again. That was quick. Very quick turnaround for a restream. Hello there, Reid. CTM Community Tier 1 just going crazy today. We've got anpu, and we have got our pasta. No, yeah, we've got anpu, and we've got pasta with sauce, who is Reid. Anpu says, hi, long time no see. Indeed. Alright, we've got B-type going. I know that Anpu, you're pretty much ready. You said that in the voice chat. I am now ready. So whenever you're ready, just return to the screen, the TetraStream screen. I know Anpu's playing B-type, so whenever we're there, return to the stream, and we will take care of the match. Oh, well, that's nice. Are you Reid or Ravioli on the match database? I don't know. Oh, you played Stolen, in this month, so you are Ravioli in the database. Okay. Alright, Anpu is ready to go. And once, Reid returns to the home screen, okay, Reid is another player, so this is Reid is another player, so I will, Reid is his actual name, but I will put in parentheses that he is Ravioli, just so we are not confused. But yeah, okay, so we are, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you're good with SPS. Reid says, better Reid. I don't know who he's referring to. I don't know if he's referring to himself or the other Reid, but forget talking about Reids, we're talking about seeds. Let's throw these people some pieces. I want to throw people some pieces. Now is the time to tell me if there are audio issues. I'm a new restreamer. Any commentary on my commentary is appreciated. Okay. Reid says he is better than the other Reid. This is good to know. I surely will use this information. Anpu says everything sounds alright, so we're good. And now we just patiently wait for these seeds. We've got Anpu saying, good luck, have fun, Reid. And Reid responds, good luck, have fun. 2FE754. Reid is ready. Anpu is ready. I am just barely ready, and we will start game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we're off. A new set of players. And I need to tell my friend that I have another match. Alright, who do we have now? On the left side, we have Reid, who is known as Ravioli, but whose name is Reid, better than the other Reid. And Reid is a roller with a PB of 1.17 million. That's an interesting misdrop from Reid. So yeah, Reid is a roller with 1.17 million and is from the United States. And Reid has gotten his board clean again, which is nice. On the right side, we have Anpu, the all-powerful orange from Canada. Love to see a good Canadian. And Anpu is a DAS player, but with a PB of 1.21, as far as I'm aware. So we've got roll versus DAS here, and the PBs are very similar. So hopefully this is going to come down to a battle of, PBs are one thing, but who's more consistent in competition? 146,000 for Reid, 141,000 for Anpu. Similar line counts, so we don't have any heavy leads yet. It's still too early. But yeah. These players have played each other before. They played in one day, and Anpu won in one day. That was in, I believe, October of 2025. Alright, Anpu's gotta get the well open. Needs good pieces, and I don't think these are the most favorable pieces, but we make do with what we have, and yeah, Anpu's totally safe. Alright, 228 for Reid, 225 for Anpu. Reid gets a Tetris, brings it to 251. Anpu gets a Tetris, 248. So still neck and neck. But yeah. So in order to get to the round, I think this is the second round of the tournament, Anpu had to play Barry Blanket. I may have commentated that match with this and that. No, it was not. Okay, that was not. That was a different match. Different match, but oh well. Meanwhile, Reid had to defeat Stolen Short Sword. Alright, we're at 84 lines, 368k for Reid, and 364k for Anpu. So, again, close. T for Dinner is asking, is this good pace? I forgot. I forgot. You and I both. I don't know what good pace looks like. Hello again, Finio. Alright, I know what I do know. Okay. T for Dinner says, looking like a 500k transition. Yes, that would be very nice. I'd like to see a 500k transition right off the bat. Especially here. Phineas says CTM's not as interesting right now. 424,000 for Reid with a little bit of a misdrop, and 458,000 for Anpu. Anpu. And a little bit of trouble on the board. Not trouble, just a little bit of cleanup to do for Reid. And Finio, you see, the thing is, it's Mega Masters that's not as interesting right now, because this is also CTM. This is still CTM. I'm giving you CTM content right here. Okay, now it's Anpu's turn to clean things up, and we're approaching transition, so Anpu has to keep the board clean, and so we're transitioning really soon. Um, Ravioli Reid is going to transition with 486. Anpu, the DAS player, going for I think what's going to be a 550k transition, and it is. And Reid is not in a favorable situation, but takes a triple that's going to help him out. Anpu is perfectly clean, and who knows? Anpu in the lead by, about 90,000 points, with 584, Reid with 500k. We could see a DAS player beat a roller today, or maybe not. That depends on who survives, but that misdrop is very uncomfortable. Still surviving somehow. Beautiful. I could never read. This is amazing. Oh, but that left can't get anything over, and Anpu is going to take game number 1. I don't know what gets mullined here, so if someone knows that they're supposed to mullen, please mullen. If you know that you don't need to mullen, don't. Um, yeah, that's my rule for mullening. I'm the least knowledgeable of the game here. Okay, I just need to increase the score. That is a win for Anpu. Okay, seeds have been incremented. And let's take a look. 3-0, 3-0. Cool. Both players ready, and we're starting another game. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So that one match for one day was for Elo. And again, Anpu did win it. So this would be, to the best of my knowledge, the first time, if Reid wins, that Reid takes some Elo off of Anpu. Let's see what can be done here. But yeah, we've got some high quality community tier 1 going on right here. I'm really happy that so many players come back. Um, I think Nolan is somebody who like usually doesn't come around but came back for Mega Masters. Maybe Dylan, I don't know. Ooh, Anpu is a little bit high on this board, but gets a very nice square and puts it in the square hole. Um, okay, both players not with ideal boards right now. 77,000 for Reid and 82,000 for Anpu. Reid getting a Tetris, but still not clean yet. Anpu is basically clean, and if he wants, he can just build off of row 1. I think Anpu might be deciding to do that, at least for the time being. Meanwhile, Reid has a B-type stack, although a small one, maybe like 18-2 or 18-1 even, but is clearing it down. All right, 135 for Reid and 158 for Anpu, same lines. So Anpu with the 20,000 point lead, which means nothing if he dies. Okay. Yeah, so Phineas is saying CTM is kind of boring right now. I mean, is there any good Mega Masters going on? I know that Hydrant Dude is supposed to be playing, not Hydrant Dude, Huff is supposed to be playing Panic Portal. That is troubling for Reid, but gets a piece to fix the stack, bring it down. It was a J piece. There we go. Phineos says Huff will likely sweep Portal. What do I know? Alright, 177 for Reid and 260 for Anpu. Both players getting Tetrises, but now we do have like around the same lines and an 80,000 point lead for Anpu. So the DAS player is still putting up a fight. And this hopefully will be another 500k transition for at least one, if not both players. Finio says, well, it's 2-0 and Huff has a 40% point advantage. Okay, yeah, wow. That's not gonna end so well for Portal. 293,000 for Reid, 377,000 for Anpu. So still keeping that around 80k lead, Anpu. And we are at 100 lines. So we are preparing for level 19 once again. I don't remember this set of games having any early tops, which is my favorite kind of match, where nobody early tops. I'd hope that everybody plays their best. And if you lose while playing your best, then so what, you lost. If you lose while playing kind of off, that doesn't feel so good. I mean, yeah, you have an excuse then, but it's like, still. All right, 370 for Reid and 452 for Anpu. Again, around the same lines. We're approaching level 19. Anpu is fine, although has that white column in the center that's being filled out. Gets a Tetris and is now one burn away from 19. Transitions with 500k on the dot. Reid is going to transition with 423k. So we do just barely see a 500k transition from Anpu. And Reid transition with, about 80k fewer. And so, okay, Finio says Huff will play Sidnev now, I believe. Yes, that would be how winners work. So Sidnev did win. Against who's it? Sidnev played against Crab and won. All right. 501 for Reid, 559 for Anpu. Anpu needs to get the stack back down, but is getting the pieces to do it. Meanwhile, I'd say Reid is in a similar spot. I'd say Anpu right now has a little more work to do. Okay, Reid takes the triple. Neither player is Tetris ready, but now Reid is and gets the Tetris. 549 for Reid and 585 for Anpu. So the lead for Anpu is shrinking. It's still there, but it's shrinking, but this is troublesome, I would think. Let's see how Reid can survive this. See, if Anpu as a DAS player got into a situation as high as Reid got into on 19, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that would have went, but that is not the world we live in. And 567,000 for Reid and 683,000 for Anpu. So now Anpu has over 100,000 real time and pace lead. Had to stack a bunch of squares in the center, and ooh, those nasty pieces in the center of the board. That's not looking good. It needs to get something to the right. But Reid is also topped out. Huh. I am sick, so I do have to mute occasionally for sickness reasons. Pasta with sauce says, I hate this. I hate it too. Um, and on Anpu says, Rip GG's. Ravioli, Reid saying, I'm terrible at 19. Yeah, that would do it. That would make life very tough. Finio says, get well soon, mate. Thank you. Okay. Um, hang on, I gotta update the score. Both players have, of course, incremented seed. Nobody would ever cheat in a Tetris tournament. There's not even any prizes. Hang on, I'm just trying to update the score. Anpu. Right here. Alright, and so we're counting down game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And they're off. Could this be the last game? Maybe. You know, in their one and perhaps only previous matchup, Anpu did win to Reid, but it was 3-1. So we could be seeing another 3-1, another gentleman's sweep here. Or not. We could see a sweep. We could see a reverse sweep. I always love 2 zeros. I think that sweeps and reverse sweeps are very exciting. Of course, if the matchup, is like an even one, like, yeah, okay, seeing Alex T being swept, or Alex T sweeping somebody, yeah, we expected that. But, when it's an even matchup, sweeps are exciting. And we have 116 for both players, actually, on 23 lines, so we are super even right now. 116 for both players, 23 lines. And so what I'm hoping for is that this is the good game. This is the game where both players play at their absolute best. That we make it all the way to 29. And I hope that both of these players qualify well next month. Oh, well, there is no next month. So I guess with that, I mean, I hope that Anpu qualifies for DAS Masters, because that's all the CTM we have in June. We just have DAS Masters. So Anpu, please qualify for DAS Masters. And 193,000 for Reid. And Reid gets a Tetris. 215,000 for Reid. 221,000 for Anpu. Anpu 3 lines ahead of Reid, which is not a lot. So they're still very even. Reid might be gaining a little bit of a lines lead. 5 lines now. Both players are Tetris ready. Anpu getting a Tetris. And becoming Tetris ready again. All right. So I had a tap match on the last stream, and now it's a Das versus roll match. But Anpu was very high up on the board, but got a bar. That's gonna help bring the board way down. And 362 for Ravioli, 343 for Anpu. Anpu about 7 lines behind, but having to do some cleanup, which can give Reid a little bit of time. All right, we are approaching 100 lines. So the players will start to prepare for transition. The speed is going to increase by a lot, by about 50%, which, as much as I like PAL, NTSC 19 is nice. 501 for Reid, 465 for Anpu. So in that time, Reid has gained a significant-ish lead of, it's not insurmountable, but it's not 20,000, it's 50,000. So, both players just waiting till transition. Reid would like a bar. Reid would really like a bar and is not going to get that bar. Still waiting for it and gets it, but it's only going to be a triple. And Reid transitions in with 566. And Anpu has still got 1 line to go. 529 transition for Anpu. So, in terms of the transition score, it is a 35,000 point lead for Reid at the time of transition. And post transition, we will see. Honestly, I think whoever the first player to top out is going to lose. That would be my prediction here. Whoever tops out first. 650 for Reid, 562 for Anpu. Anpu, about 5 lines behind. So Reid, I think, is trying to gain a little more of a lead. I do wonder if Tea for Dinner is still here. And another Tetris for Reid. Reid at 737k at the end of 22. And Anpu at 652k at the end of 22. So there is, I would say, about an 80,000 point lead for Reid, even just thinking about pace. Reid is Tetris ready, just waiting for the bar. Gonna burn some pieces to stay alive. Meanwhile, Anpu is at 720,000. Reid at 786,000. Oh, that is a flat bar placement. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. But point is, both players are surviving. 823 for Reid at 201 lines. 855 at 201 lines. And 736 at 196 lines. So Reid definitely has the lead. I'm not sure what Anpu will be able to do. We'll see. Anpu is at 803 at 206, and Reid is at 863 at 208. So now the line count's pretty much evened out. and we have like a 60k lead for Reid. So this could be the game that Reid needs to stay in the tournament, but a top out now, still possible. Anpu gets a bar, but now is no longer Tetris ready, now needs to do some cleanup. And is going to get another bar, which is not going to score a Tetris. And Reid has transitioned to 29 with 930,000, but he's still going. Anpu, meanwhile, is at 89,000 with one burn away from 29. And Reid is just pumping it. And Anpu's going to top out. And so Reid is going to take the game. Reid, get the max. Get the max, please. We're at 986 right now. Get the max. And we're at 993. And Reid is still going. This is the game that Reid was looking for. We're getting the max today. And if you're getting the max, you might as well play this out. Reid has the max. Reid has the max. Play this out. Ooh, a bit of a misdrop there. Still recoverable. We want to see this survival from Reid. Taking the triple. I think Reid's going to line this one out, which is a good way to get some high scores, some very respectable scores. And ooh, those pieces, that's not survivable. A27. And I don't know if Reid looks happy about it, but A27, we saw the max out. And Reid says, let's go. So, yeah, we did see a max out. I forgot what level it was on. It was definitely a post 29 max out. Oh, yo! We have a level PB. We have a level PB. Okay, that's good. I will post the VOD to YouTube, so that way you won't lose it. You won't lose it. I will post this VOD. All my VODs are on YouTube. So they won't be lost. That level PB, congratulations. Level 33. 275 lines. That is the game we're looking for. That's what we want to see. We have a PB on stream. And that's one game. So Anpu is still up. Feel free to increment seed. Anpu's already incremented seed. But we have a PB. Hang on. Okay, this is game 4. Yeah. So we want 5-2. Yes. So yeah, Reid, whenever you're ready. We're gonna increment seed. We're gonna start another game. I'm so glad you got a PB. Anpu says W. Finio says great game. Yeah. Oh, and Reid says 11th max. Yay. It's beautiful. 11th max. All right. And we are ready for another game. We're ready. So I am going to start a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Finio says Sidnev 1-0 Huff. That's to be expected, I think. I think Sidnev is the favorite going into that match. Fortunately, pretty much no one is watching my stream live, so this isn't much of a spoiler, except maybe for the players who, sorry players, if you were looking to watch Mega Masters sometime after. Although I don't think this match, Sidnev Huff, is particularly surprising. But what was, I wouldn't say surprising, but beautiful, was that last game. We saw it with our own eyes, the max out, and now we're back on 18. Things that you definitely can't see as easily on PAL. Isn't that right, Finio? And okay, 94k for Reid, 76k for Anpu. Same lines. And Finio says, yes, sir. PAL maxes are crazy. That is for sure. But NTSC maxes are no joke either. I mean, you certainly don't have one, Finio. And Brit QK says, hello there, Brit QK. I'm so happy when my friends find my stream. I don't know. Ooh, Anpu a little bit high on the board, but probably is going to make it out alive. Let's find out. 194 for Reid and 137 for Anpu. Anpu gets a Tetris to even up the line count, but still about a 50k lead for Reid. Venio says catching strays. Brit QK says, I did not know you restream now. Basically it's because it's necessary. Like nobody else is like there's not enough restreamers, and so I was like, hey, I can do that. Why am I not doing that when I can totally do that? So yeah, more people should restream because we don't have enough restreamers. Hey Chen, nice to see you. All right. 251 for Reid. And not a nice piece over there. 251 for Reid, 179 for Anpu. Reid's board is out of control. Can he survive? This is not great. Needs that bar right in there. Does get it. Things that you really don't want to see as a DAS player, but with rolling, there is some crazy survival possible. He's gonna pay for it. Ooh, and that is a top out for Reid. That is devastating, but it is not over yet. Anpu is a chase down. Target 259. You are currently at 235, so you can just take your time, clear a few lines, and take the match. Reid says, GG's, man. Brit QK says Tetris and change. Yeah, Brit QK, I hope you appreciate. This is a match between two tappers. And currently it looks like the Canadian player is going to once again deliver a gentleman's sweep to Pasta with Sauce with a 3-1 if he can just not die here. Gets that Tetris, and that is it. Top out 269 420. Uh you've topped out. You're good. You know, funny meme numbers. I'm probably gonna delete that from the VOD. And yeah. Both players saying thank you for the restream. No problem. I tried. Um, any commentary on my commentary is once again appreciated. Yes, Finio. This is the second time that I've seen a meme number as the ending score of a match. But yeah, so 3-1. Once again, for the second time, we have Anpu winning. So GG's to the not so annoying but all powerful orange. The not so annoying orange. All right. That's all I have for you today. I am just gonna report this match, and report the other match too. So Anpu wins against Reid. Goodbye, Finio. Goodbye, Brick UK. I hope to see you both very soon. I don't think there's anywhere to go. I'm happy to raid somewhere if we want to go back to Mega Masters. But I mean, it's not really a raid, so, you know. Bye bye!